Hey guys, this is Pastor Bruce here in my office at Solid Rock Church, coming to you again with a special thought. I'm so excited about what God is doing here at Solid Rock Church. In the last 4 or 5 months, it seems that everything has changed. Our worship, our preaching, our attendance, everything has changed as folks have been saved and healed and set free, and it's all about Jesus. And I feel like there's a fresh new move of the Spirit of God in our church, and it's really got me excited. So I've been studying about revival, and there's lots of folks we see that are praying for revival, and I think there's a lot of misconceptions about revival. We see people that plan 3 days with a certain person and they call it revival. That's a series of meetings with someone, and it's a great thing, but that is not revival. We can't designate revival, we can't demand that from God. So, revival, the definition of revival is to make alive again. You can't be revived if you haven't been vived, so to speak. So, revival is for the church, and it's to make Christians alive again in God. We think of revival and we think souls being saved and the evangelist coming and preaching heaven wonderful and hell hot and sin's awful, and we think of the hammered down stuff. But that's great, and I love all of that. But that's not revival. Revival is for the church, to make the church alive again. It's kind of like if someone gets killed, gets hurt in a car wreck, and they stop breathing and they say that they're dead, but the paramedics come and they do CPR and they get them to come back to alive. They have revived them. They've brought them from the dead to the living. And that's what revival is in the church. It makes us alive. So my definition of revival is one word. My definition of revival is Jesus. I think he is the way, the truth, and the life, and I think he's in revival. I have realized that I'm teaching my church, and I think this is so awesome, that everything that we can ever need is in Jesus. And we don't have to, all power in heaven and earth was given to him. He's our supply. He's everything that we need. So if we can seek Jesus with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength, and his presence comes into this place, we're in revival. It doesn't need a name. It doesn't need a special preacher. All revival needs to be revival is Jesus. If we see revival, if we see it at all, we got to let go of all of our preconceived ideas about revival. We got to let go of all the religious things that we have defined as revival, and we got to get past denominational rules and denominational concepts. We got to get past all of those things, because we can't expect Jesus to come and pour out his Spirit and have revival and let us tell him how he can do it. Revival comes as we surrender to the Lord and say, Lord, you just come and you be Lord of our service, and you do whatever you want to, because we know what you do is good and it's right, and it's going to minister to us, and it's going to make us, your people, alive again. Here in Solid Rock, God's doing a beautiful thing, and lives are being changed as we worship God and as we seek Jesus as our one and only source, and people are being filled with joy. People are finding peace that passes understanding. Lives are being changed. Souls are being saved. And great and wonderful things are happening as we simply seek Jesus. He is the answer to anything that's bothering you. Any problem that you have, Jesus is the answer. He's your doctor, your lawyer, your best friend, your Savior, your Lord. He's your all in all. And we're learning to seek Jesus until he fills the house with his presence. And that, my friends, is revival. Thank you.